I am on here today. Blessings upon blessings. Come on in, do share. Come on in and do share. Many blessings, everybody. I am back for those of you who have been looking for a sister's space. Here we are. Come on in, please, and do share. Pray that all is well. As you come in, tap the screen to let me know that you're present. I don't have anything surrounding my face today, no banners, no anything like that. We are here to share a message, and then I'm out. So come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Come on in. Please do share, come in, tap the screen to let me know that you are present. Of course, there are some goals that you can help me reach today, if you will, up top. And if you tap on that, it'll show you what you can do to participate. Come on in, come on in. Blessings, sis. Lakeisha, blessings. Again, tap, tap, tap to let me know that you are here. That's your way of saying hello. You can also type it in the chat. Right now, we are live. Thank you. Yes, please do. Do your heart me, your daily heart me. Um, and show love. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, tap up there right here. You know, you see my name, and that's where you can do your heart, your daily heart me. You can tap, 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 tap that screen. So we can, um, I don't know what the goal is today. Let's just shoot right now for 111. We just teared up. Absolutely. Come on in, come on in, come in. Those of y'all that don't know how to tap, that's your way of saying, hey, we here. And then you have your goals up top to meet right up there. And as we are talking, as we are sharing today, um, you show love as you can. We are freely give, freely receive in this space. So, of course, there are links in the bio. If you are with me over on YT, on the Love Walk Outreach Global page, um, all of the information is in the description. So you'll be able to tap into all links there. But if you are over here on TikTok with me, then yeah, go to the link in the bio and description. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Come on in, do share. Thank you for tap, 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 tap. Thank you for tapping. Y'all, I am in some pain today, but this is the day that God told me that it was time to go back live and to kind of pop out a little bit. Let's go ahead and do this love walk approach, this love walk experience today. Of course, that is what we are discussing. For those of you, um, thank you, Lakeisha, thank you. For those of you who have supported me this week and you went over there to YT, to the Inspirational Treasure page, and you listened to all of me, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you um, for liking, for leaving comments, and all those wonderful things. If you have not listened to all of me yet, head over to YT at Inspirational Treasure and tap in. Yeah, tap in. So today I was having a discussion with a loved one of mine, and I went into a little rant about some things, about my feelings concerning um, my hometown and a lot of the reason why I'm not always just happy about the thought of having to go and share a message in that place. Uh, but I know that there's going to be a time where I must. Um, and of course, I'm going to do it here. The love walk approach, the message of love, and for those of you who know me and know my teachings, then you know that love and God are synonymous to me. For God is love, and to know not love means I know not God. So all of the searching and religious conversations around God, who God is, the limitations of God, I don't share those same opinions and thoughts or perspectives. I believe that God is all things at the same time, all the time. I believe that Christ Joshua and other luminaries over this lifetime have come to give us the same message, and that message is love, unity, oneness, and that God is but one, and everything that exists is because God saw fit for it to exist. God saw fit for it to be present. And so I asked two questions when it comes to this love walk approach. One is, what if God is all of us? It's not really a question that I need anybody to answer for me. It is my conviction that there is nothing that could exist if God did not express it first. Okay. But the other question is what that heart looked like. So the message of Christ Joshua, for those of you who are followers of Christ or you have a spiritual relationship, you're coming into Christ consciousness, any of those things, then this question makes sense to you because you understand that life is about growth, about unfolding, about becoming the fullness of who you are, about realizing, okay, what is it that God is doing through, as, among, and for me, right? What am I offering to this great expanse in existence? And in order for us to really understand the fullness of this, we have to ask that question. What's in my heart? Why? Because God doesn't look at the outward appearance of things. God looks at the heart. Why? Because they that worship God must do so in spirit and in truth. This is not about the carnality of things. That's the thing that we must control, right? Have self control over the temperance. We're supposed to use those things in order to unfold in this life. However, spirit first. So when I think about being spirit first, then a lot of the things that I'm allowing to affect me in this life, I need to be the one to put that in proper perspective. So when I think about communities, when I think about the love that is waxing cold, it is not because this person is worse than me or because I'm doing something that's worse than them. It's because we will not do introspection first. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's because we won't do introspection first. So the question, what that heart look like, that's where we're going to start today. If you are on YT with me on the Love Walk Outreach Global page, then you see that the title is Love Waxing Cold. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. All right. If you're here for it, type that in the chat. I'm here for it, Apostle. For those of you who know me as Apostle, hey. You know me as Prophet Shalonda, hey. If I'm Coach Treasure to you, hey. If I'm just the author that you read my books before, hello. Whatever treasure you're looking for. We all here in one able body, ready to do what it is that the great I am has assigned for me to do in this life. And that is to help us to go inward so that that which happens within can show up outside of us. All right. One of the things that I said to my loved one today is, simply put, we all are expecting something to happen for us, right? We all want life to change. We're looking outward, blaming everything, everybody. Our mama did it, our daddy did it, the molesters did it, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say on here or not, so I'm going to try not to use certain words, but we want to look at everybody who has done something to us. We want to look at everybody who has done something to us. But not many people are ready to go within to say, even though this did happen to me, I'm the one who has to take the responsibility of how I'm going to show up in the earth. The love of many has waxed cold because of the wickedness in the land. But the question is, are we becoming the wicked ones in the land? I can look at everybody who has done something wrong to me, but I can guarantee you there's somebody across town who's still harping on the thing that I may have done in my own immaturity. So yeah, I can continue to go back and forth about who did it and why. I can sit in counseling and coaching sessions and can keep projecting and making it seem like, oh, I've been done so wrong in my life. And it's about everything that has happened to me. Y'all know I'm checking for you right now. Because I'm not just talking to you, I talk to myself too. I can place blame. Even the taps don't stop. I hear y'all. It's all good. It's all good. I know some of this is gonna be hard to swallow. But I can continue to do that. I can continue to project outward. Let me see if I can push this back so I can look at both channels at the same time. I don't want y'all to think I'm just looking over at TikTok alone and not you. But I can do that. I can continue to go through the motions and I can paint the picture and I can sit in the counseling sessions and I can work through all of my childhood stuff and I can listen to everybody telling me to reparent myself and I can do all of the things. But until I take accountability and ask what's in my own heart, what am I contributing to this wickedness in the land? It's never going to be different. It's not going to change. Introspection first, because God looks at the heart while man looks at the outward appearance. So I don't care what your practice is. I care what's in the heart behind the practice. Somebody type that in the chat. It's not the practice, but the heart behind the practice that makes all the difference. So what does my heart look like? It's going to be the question I ask every single time, no matter what platform I'm on. Because the reality is that in order for things to begin to take on a new shape, a new form, I can't pretend like I'm not a part of what may cause the calamity or the destruction in the land. When I allow my heart to remain cold to everything that has happened to me, then I become the very thing that hurt me. And now I'm going to give that same hurt back out over and over again. It's going to continue to be a recycling. Yes, sis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. And thank you for tapping. Get your meal done. But we take all of this and we project. They did it. This is why I'm like this. But is it not that the people in the generations before us, is it not that they went through some of the same pains, the same hurt, the same bullying, the same stuff? Didn't they go through the same things? Isn't it true that there's nothing new under the sun? But every parent right now, you now realize, dang, I get what my parents was going through being a parent. And for every child that's present, y'all are going to have to learn someday that this is what parents go through. So I'm going to have to, listen, y'all, checking the heart is everything. So what that heart look like is the question. I was saying to her, we built all of these security systems. We build security systems. We build security systems to protect that which is within, protect ourselves from that which is outside of us. Right? But we forget that when we put up something, it not only protects us from what's coming from outside, but it also keeps us inside. And when we stay inside, we don't do the work that we need to do to clear that space so that we become something different, a different rhythm in this earth. How many of you have read the Love Walk Approach? Did you go over to and grab that book? The Love Walk Approach, it is going to talk to you literally about facing yourself, taking accountability for you. Am I still holding on to the pain of what happened to me as a defense mechanism, but forgetting that it also makes me cold? that it causes me now to have an attitude with everybody that I approach on a regular basis. They better treat me right. They better respect me. They better do this. They better handle me like this. What? So everybody else is responsible and you take none. Your practice is what you use to unfold, to cleanse your heart, to do all the stuff. So it's not the practice in and of itself. The law in the scriptures in and of itself wasn't the problem. The law was the summation of the law of love, if applied. But we begin to use the letter to kill. Kill. I'm sorry, TikTok, YouTube. Trying to use my words wise. If you over on YT, please do use that QR code and go over there and grab the book for yourself. It's in Kindle form for now. You can download the Kindle app, all of that, because who's going to finally take responsibility and really understand that if I do not heal my heart, if I do not cleanse the things that happen to me, then I'm going to become that very thing, no matter what practice I have. Yeah, I'm talking to every religious individual in this entire existence, every political, every cultural, everybody got a cause. Black power, white power, Asian power, all the powers. Democratic, Republicans, liberals, all the divisions, all of the stuff. We take our preferences, our uniqueness, and we use it as now ammunition against other people instead of trying to figure out how to resolve the situation within so that outside of us, there's a different momentum in the land. Yes, hurt comes. Yes, opposition comes. Yes, somebody probably talked about you. As did you. Talk about them. We keep recycling the same pain and we expect the world to look different. For every religious person that may be listening to me, if you are doing the religious part of things, but you don't hear where Christ Joshua said, they that worship God must do so in spirit and in truth, then you're missing it. God looks at the heart while man looks at the outward appearance, and you're missing it. Pray for those who despitefully use you. Bless them. Don't curse them. So for all of y'all returning back to sender, I don't need to give you the same thing you're giving me. I don't need to plant the same seed that you planted. I need to uproot the things that no longer serve me, nor does it serve the greater whole. The question again is what that heart look like. Not theirs, but yours. What does my heart look like? Well, I refuse to let anybody ever hurt me again. Well, you can refuse it all you want to, but the truth is, just because you put on a good front, don't mean your heart ain't gonna be hurt. And then if you begin to get so numb that you don't feel anything, then you have now exempted yourself from the greatness of existence. Blessings to all of you who are jumping in and out and all of that. Please do tap that screen. Let me know that you're here. There are gifts, heart meets, all that stuff. Do the things that you know to do here over on TikTok. If you are on YT with me, welcome. In the description is everything that you need to be able to give, to get products, all that stuff. To book your spiritual insight sessions, coaching sessions, whatever. All of the links are in bios and in descriptions. But this is what we're doing. So why do I talk about the love walk approach? One, that's my assignment. That's the message that God gave me. I'm not telling you that I'm perfect at it. But I am saying that I can't continue to blame the rest of the world for being the problem, but I do not want to become a part of the solution. What that heart look like is a question. It's a personal question. Blessings to you. Apple the Braider, many blessings, sweetheart. So we start these practices, right? I have a lot of friends, y'all. I have a lot of loved ones, and they are all in all different practices, religions, faiths, cultures, all of that. Right? If I love you, which I do, I love people, and if I get something that you're saying and it resonates with something that I understand, then we rocking. Yeah, y'all. I cross all the boundaries and borders because God crosses all the boundaries and borders because there would be no us without the great I am. Every single thing that exists, even the things we don't understand. And it's the reason why the message of every spiritual luminary who has ever come along was about knowing thyself first. And when you know thyself, that means you checking for everything in your heart. You checking for am I still holding grudges? Am I asking for forgiveness from people while I'm still holding on to unforgiveness with every single person in this existence? I'm building up walls to protect myself while also putting up the same things that's going to cause somebody else pain. The next person that's going to have to work it out, sit with the counselors and the therapists and all of that. What's my part in that? Well, the scripture said that the love of many will wax cold because of the wickedness in the land. Yeah. Are you the wickedness in the land? Yeah, there goes up there that y'all can help me meet today. Please set that screen. Let me know you're present. Say something in the chat to let me know that you're here. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I really appreciate that. Oh, it's so pretty, ain't it pretty? Thank you. Right back at you. So we are all doing this work, or are we? But they did. They said they treated me like this. They acted like this. Okay, I get it. I really do. I really do, y'all. I've been bullied for being nice in my lifetime. So yeah, sometimes I want to close my heart up. I told you I was talking to my loved one. I'm like, yeah, sometimes I want to do tit for tat. Sometimes I want people to feel exactly what I'm feeling. But then I begin to plant the seed that I do not want to eat thereof. If I'm planting the seed and it's being watered by other hatred, other people spitting stuff. Girl, you know, if I was you, I wouldn't do this. Girl, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. Girl, if I was you, I would close myself down. Yeah, and then I am not living in the truth of who I am anymore. I have to be able to go within. You too nice. Not because I just gotta be nice, but because I choose to be the thing that I want to experience. I get rejected a lot. I get abandoned a lot. I have many people who say, hey, I'm with you. We're going to walk this thing out. And then as soon as things get tough, then it's dropped. Yes, I go through experiences just like everybody else. But I can't say that I want to see change. And I'm not willing to be first partaker of that change. Yes, the love of many is waxing cold, but I get to choose whether I'm going to allow that to be my testimony or not. Blessings to all of you who are streaming in. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to get your daily heart me up there. I might go into prophetic flow in just a few. Right now, we talking this out. And yes, every single time I show up here, I'm going to mention love in some way, shape, or form because that's the only answer to solving that which is going to happen in this land. ASPD, tell me what it means. I don't want to assume that I know what it means. Saged. Thank you for the question, but please let me know what it stands for, and I'll give you a response based on, if I can. Okay. So if some comments are being filtered, y'all. So make sure that as you are communicating and talking to me, that you keep it all up in this space. I'm not gonna ever intentionally push nobody out, but we're here in this space so that we can grow, so that we can unfold, and so that we don't have the testimony that we've allowed our love to wax cold. I'm gonna give you some real straight shooting stuff. Cause yeah, some of y'all got some real stories. I got some stories, man. I'm talking about you've had some things happen to you in your life that, truth be told, the human part of me might want to jump up in their face too. You know what I'm saying? But if I become the thing that hurt me, if I call it defense, or if I call it protection, or if I say, well, I'm protecting myself, I don't have to. Da, 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 da. We say all of that stuff. The truth be told, what we're saying is, I'm going to now become that thing so they can never hurt me again. But that is not how it goes. When you become the thing that hurt you, you are now adding to the pain of this land. So no, I don't always want to do the self-assessment. No. Sometimes I just simply want to feel, and I want other people to feel what I'm feeling. But here lies the hypocrisy. For those of y'all who have shared, thank you so much. Reposted, thank you so much. Those tapping the screen, thank you so much. Those who are helping me to reach these goals up here, thank you so much. If you are over on YT, then that means on the Love Walk Outreach Global channel, we are live there too. So that means everything you need, all links, all whatever are in the description. Thank you, Lakeisha. Thank you, sis. And of course, there are links in bios. I'm freely pouring. You are free to pour back in whatever capacity that you know how. There are products everywhere. I think over on the on the Amazon site, I have almost 30 books over there. So if you want to tap in, awesome. But as I pour, you can feel free to pour back in the way that feels comfortable for you. Did I see Nadia on here? I might have saw her pop up. Ooh, child. Every time I see that thing, I literally just feel we are the world energy. Because I believe it to be true. I believe that love is the only thing that can solve our problems. And love, I'm not talking about the fluffiness of it all and woo, 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 and woe is me. No, there's people who are in place to do the woo, woo, woos and the woe is me's. But there are also those in the world who understand that love incorporates every single thing there is. There are times when I'm going to have to let you eat the fruit of what you've sown. I'm not going to be able to stand in the way of your reaping. And that goes for whether you sowing good seed or whether you're not. Love is all. So it encompasses the nurturing and the discipline. It asks the question, hey, what's going on inside of your heart? It asks the question. So in this moment, I want you to take a deep breath and I want you to ask yourself, what's going on inside me? See, when you get ready to go to your job or when you go to handle your business, how are you handling people? Does everything trigger you? Are you so busy trying to hold on to, I got to have myself, I got to have my respect, I got to get my respect, I got to get mine, I got to make sure that I'm doing this and to the point where you're going to run other people over to get it? And then get mad and start throwing little subliminal messages on your Facebook pages and your other pages to tell people, oh, I ain't finna take this and I ain't finna take that. Okay, cool. Don't take it. But are you going to allow it to make you be the the one that's going to cause more pain to another individual? Is somebody going to be on the couch about you in about 5-10 years? The love walk approach is not an excuse to let people run over you. It ain't spiritual bypassing. Because when you are worshiping in spirit and truth, you're going to deal with the truth of the matter. Yeah. They hurt me. They broke me. They shattered me. They dropped me. They treated me like this. But most of the time, people are treating you the way that they are because they refuse to do the work too, or they don't even know. They don't even know that they can. Let's say the generations before us. But is that AJ? Is that the prophet? That's the brother of mine. Hey, look at DLC showing up to show support to me. I love y'all forever, forever. No matter how far we travel apart, I love y'all forever. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all who are coming in, tapping, helping us reach these goals up here. I appreciate you. Every link that you need will probably be either in this bio, or if you're over on YT, then it's in the description box. Please, as freely as I'm giving, y'all can pour back the same in whatever way works for you. So yeah, right, bro. Like, am I going to be, and I'm gonna say this for those of us who are preachers, prophets, apostles, and leaders and coaches on here. Am I going to be first partaker of what it is that I'm giving you? Many of you have known me for a long time. So you know, if I feel like I need to go within before I make a response, then that's what I'm going to do. Because there was a time when, no, I didn't put a filter on what I had to say. My 0 to 100, yep, my 0 to 100 as quick as it can be. And I got to know that about myself. I have to know what my triggers are so that I don't allow them to overtake me. Paul said, listen, all things are permissible. And it's true, we got free will. There is not anything that we cannot do except for that which is according to your faith. Be it unto you. If you don't believe it's right, don't do it. But we're free to do whatever, but is it beneficial? I'm free to treat you like you treat me, but is it beneficial? All things are permissible, but I will not allow anything to overtake me. And no, it's not easy until it is. And no, it's not easy until it is. When does it become easy, Apostle? When I make it my declaration that I will not allow anything to take me out of my character, because I choose to walk as love. Love walks among us, as us, within us, for us, and beyond us. God is all of it at the same time. And so if God is all of it at the same time, I'm not going to continue to beat my hand and expect it not to hurt. Well, they hurt me. I get it. So now I'm going to need you to say, I will not inflict the same harm on somebody else. Because see, we start saying stuff like, well, why people treat me like this? I'm just trying to be good to people. I'm just trying to show respect. Oh, I've been trying to get my life together. We try to get our life together for like 2 days and we expect everything to be all good with people. It's not. Because people have to process through it. But be somebody who chooses to process through it. Over in Treasure's Ark of Love, those links are somewhere. I do both teach about love and coach people through how to heal their heart. When I'm teaching or coaching people through how to heal their heart, most of the time you ain't going to want to hear nothing I got to say. You're not going to want me to turn the mirror around back to you. But that's every spiritual walk there is. I don't care whether you Christian, whether you Muslim, whether you Buddhist. I don't care. And listen, I really mean I don't care. Your practice is what you need to get through. Because anything not done in faith is sin. So I can't force you to practice the same thing that I practice or the same thing that my mama didn't practice. But what I'm saying is whatever practice that you choose, it's up to you. It helps you to open up. It helps you to cleanse that heart of yours. Create in me a clean heart, oh God, and renew a right spirit within me. If that's exactly what it's doing, amen. But when you coaching, I'm going to have to turn this mirror around and say, hey, this is the salvation that you said that you wanted. Amen, Keisha. Look, Keisha, for real. Because that's what salvation is. Talking to the Christians now. Salvation, true salvation is introspection first. I come face to face with me. I realize that because I'm easily triggered in a certain area, yep, I probably did handle you like that. Now let me face me. A lot of people run away from the dangers of the world, but you're going to run smack dab back into yourself. And if you don't, what we really doing? No, I don't always want to hear what people got to say. But if I don't start there, blessings to you. If I don't start there, the place where God looks. Come on, Yahshua, they said, seek ye first the kingdom, right? And all of its righteousness, or all of its right standing, or all of its justice, or all of its fairness. And then everything else is going to be added unto me. Well, I don't have to look too far for that answer, because Christ Yahshua done told us where the kingdom is. The kingdom is within. So I can try to do all the work on everybody else. I can pray against everybody. I'm not mad. Little righteous indignation, I guess. But I have to go within. As within, so without. So if I don't do a heart check every single day, if I don't do a heart check every single moment, then I'm going to end up allowing my love to wax cold. And then I'm not going to have nobody else to blame. I'm not here to tell people to continue to take abuse or any of those things. What I'm saying is love yourself enough to heal whatever is going on within your own heart, so that you can show up in the world and be something different, so that the generations to come don't have to deal with the same pain that you had to deal with. How many people who you know who grew up in households that seem to be really chaotic, right? Or they had abusive parents in some way, shape, or form, and they vowed that they would never be that. But instead of not being that, they just became another, they became that in different form, right? I'll never do my kids like that. I'll never force my kids to do this. I'll never treat them this way. No, but you went to the whole opposite extreme. You ain't stop in the middle and say, yes, I'm not going to ever let you go through that rendition of it. That's good, Lakeisha. I'm going to protect my kid. Yeah, okay, protect your kids. But what you did not do is make your kids responsible for their actions. So now they get to lie, steal, cheat, do whatever, and blame it on something else. And instead of you correcting it because of what you went through in your household, you just kind of let everything slide. Now it's coming back to bite you, because what it is that has to happen is everybody has to take accountability. Sit on the couch. Yeah, do the coaching. I offer it. Yeah, I offer it. I walk with people for years and years and years and years and years because I love them and I believe that redemption can happen. I can't do it for them though. I can't make nobody heal. I can't make anybody take accountability for the pain that's in their heart and tell them, hey, as long as you live according to this, these are the results that you're gonna keep getting. I can't make nobody understand that. But I'll help to coach you through it. What I'm not going to do, however, is always make it seem like it's somebody else's fault. Introspection. The land doesn't heal unless we all understand that we are love incarnate, God incarnate, source incarnate, spirit incarnate, however you want to call it. I call God love, the great I am, the great allness. So because I see God from that perspective, I'm concerned about whether I hurt you or not. while at the same time guarding my heart with all diligence, because I understand that out of the heart flows every issue of life. Thank you so much for the follow. All the love. I appreciate you so much. Listen, y'all get y'all daily heart me's up top. That's like the fan club. I believe that's what it is, like a fan club. So I ain't looking for no groupies, y'all, but definitely get those heart me's up top. Continue to tap that screen if you will. Help us meet these goals. And all the links that you need are either in the bio, or if you're over on YT on our Love Walk Outreach Global page, then all the links are in the description. Y'all, please forgive me over here on YT while I'm looking this direction. I'm looking at my phone, but hopefully you're still hearing the message. So what that heart look like? Yours. Yep. Mama, daddy, cousins, aunties, grandparents, all these people, they had some faults and flaws they were still working through. They did not have the same resources or support that we do in this hour either, though. Well, God got it. God gonna handle it. God is made manifest in each and everything that exists. So when you show up and love has not unfolded within you, you have not come to grips with the fact that you are literally unfolding, maturing into the fullness of what love is. So that means you gotta start with yourself. Most people don't want to hear this. You know why? Because it's easier to be able to say they did it. I'm like this because they did it. Truth is, everything that you've experienced in this life just opened up the truth of who you already were. Now you got to learn how to use temperance. Well, I'm being my authentic self. I'm with that. I'm with that. Many of you know that I just released all of me. My new song, that's all of me. I choose to be all of me. That means my quirkiness, my silliness, my prophetic, everything esoteric about me, everything mystical about me, everything that goes beyond just the books that I grew up with. Yeah, man, I get it. And I know if I'm not 100% me, then I'm not going to be able to serve the people that I'm called to serve. Everybody who knows me knows I'm unorthodox as an apostle, as a prophet. I'm not just called to the church. I'm called to a globe. So what I have to say may not fit nicely into the books that we were given. But it's that same book that told me to study to show myself approved, a workman that need not be ashamed. Rightfully dividing the word of truth. Understanding that the word of truth ain't just in the scriptures alone, because God ain't just a Jew. He's not a Jew. He's not a Christian. He's not a Muslim. God is all. So when I want to close myself up, when I want to shut myself down, I understand. Well, I'm going to try my best to speak in a way that you'll be able to fully understand me. Hopefully you do. And you can get the gist of the message. God is love. Love is all. You can call God whatever you choose to, because it's going to be based on how you understand. Even in the scriptures, they gave God different names based on the experience that they were having with God. So I'm not here to tell anybody what they should believe. What I'm here to tell you is that whatever practice you choose, if it's not leading you back to unity, if it's not leading you back to harmony, if it's not leading you back to being a solution in the land as opposed to being a part of the problem, let me give you this scenario. I don't know nobody that's listening to me right now who doesn't want shalom or safety within their family, security, peace, right? Nobody wants to have to sit there and guard their door at all times so that nobody comes in and does something to harm their family, right? Everybody wants security and peace and safety. Everybody. So because everybody wants the same safety, If we go within ourselves first, then there will be nothing else that we have to do for everybody to have this same safety. Because I'm checking myself to make sure that I'm not the thief and I'm not the robber and I'm not the one that's causing problems and I'm not the abuser. I'm checking me to make sure that I'm not the one contributing to the pain. Your Christ walk ain't about trying to call every person a devil or fighting every demon. No, your enemy is in me. It's in you. The same way love is unfolding within you. You get to choose what sits on the throne every day. If your practice is not bringing you closer to oneness and unity and healing the land, then what's your practice doing for you? Besides high-fiving all of your traumas and pain and issues. Yeah, I'm a water sign. I'm a Cancer. So I'm emotional by nature. I'm a nurturer by nature. I takes a lot of cuts, bruises, and everything else because I'm willing to take things. I'm willing to go through to the ends of the earth with people. But when I finally shut down, close up, go inside my shell, then I get judged for it. That's my way of coping. That's my way of making sure that I don't snap somebody's fingers off. Ooh. Joe, that's good. Know thyself. You know? So if laziness and cowardice is what you believe your enemies are, then it's time to stand up to those enemies. It don't make it nobody else's fault, right? And let me just say this to you, Joe, and I don't know who you are. Thank you for joining me and following. But let me say this. And okay, fear. You mean fear? Absolutely. And that's what I was gonna say. The opposite of love is what I learned. The opposite of love is fear, not hate. The opposite of love is fear. And fear comes because many of us are fighting against the opinions of others. We don't want to look like, we're afraid to make a step forward. We're afraid to, but fear is the opposite also of faith. Faith and fear can't live in the same place. And anything not done in faith is sin. You thought you came on Kevin's Heart's Live? Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Me and his birthday about 5 days apart, I think. So fear is going to cause us to stand up and be defensive, right? Fear causes us to stand up and take this certain stance against other people. Fear. I didn't receive it as me. I didn't. I told you I took it as a compliment. That's my dude. Probably watch him in a little while. But I'm saying we got fear. Fear is going to be the opposite of love at all times. Why? Because fear is the thing that causes us to guard ourselves, and we think we're protecting ourselves when in actuality we're not. It is the ultimate happiness. And Dixon Myers, happy birthday to Dixon. Oh my gosh, I pray that the blessings just pour out on you and that everything concerning your heart is resolved and that you're able to go forth in this life and enjoy it. I mean, really, really enjoy it. And it is so. Inner peace is the ultimate happiness because that's the place where faith allows you to rest. Faith says that there's nothing impossible. Anything I put my mind to, I'm going to be able to have it. But I don't have to hurt other people to do that. And in order for me to truly live this life in the love that I am intended to live it in, then I got to put aside everything else. Every fear, every hatred, everything that says that we are separate when we are really only one. And then happiness begins to be the order of the day. Because I don't have to watch my show. I don't have to watch over my shoulders. Here's another part of love that we might not even talk about, but love allows. So if you continue to allow your heart to be hardened towards me, and your actions continue to show that you're not willing to change them, or you want me to be responsible for all your traumas and your pains and your issues, and you don't want to do anything to change it or fix it, that means you could care less about how you treat me in the process. So I gotta allow you. I gotta allow you to make your decision. I gotta allow you to walk away for a season. And I gotta remove myself from being that thing that you're gonna lean on and never change nothing, never fix anything. I told you I got a lot of friends, a lot of people that I listen to from all different walks of life. I find truth when I'm listening to my tarot readers, the same way I found truth when I'm listening to those that are Christian, the same way I found truth when I'm listening to some of the Muslim people and the Buddhists that I interact with. I find God in everything. Because God is in everything, is everything. So when I'm listening to them, I'm not listening for the differences. I'm listening for whatever the message is that God is going to give me in that particular moment, or what I'm supposed to loan to the situation. Am I supposed to be the thing in the room that causes there to be peace and serenity and for somebody to be supported? What am I doing in that space? Because who am I to judge somebody else's servant? Romans 14 says it. Who am I? To their own master do they rise and they fall. I got no judgment for you. Religions are subjective. Religion is not God-made. Religion is man-made. Religion is what we choose to do in order to grow and to come back into union with the great I am. So as far as it being correct or not, that's going to be in the eye of the beholder. Again, it's not the practice. It is the heart behind the practice. And that goes for everybody. Love is the law. Love is the true religion. Love is how we get from where we are to healing the land. God is love, not religion. So whatever somebody chooses to do to get to that place, exactly, Joe. You with me on it? You with me? We here. They all claim to be the truth. So I'm not here to tell people what's true for them or not, because according to their faith, be it unto them. Again, Romans 14 set me free in some places. You hear me? Christ Joshua never came to give us a new religion. Most spiritual luminaries don't come to start a new religion. They come to give you the strategy of how to become within, so that outside of us, the land can be healed. Why did Joshua say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do? Because what he was saying was, yeah, they're convinced within themselves that this is what they must do. Y'all, I will not start jumping. Y'all pray for your girl. But they're doing what they believe that they're supposed to do. What do you mean, Apostle? Well, they grew up in a certain tradition. And in that tradition, they were told to separate themselves from everything and everybody else, and everything else was wrong and they were right. That's what we are taught. I don't care what religion you grew up in. This is the way. Oh, no, I'm not misunderstanding. This is just how I talk. I'm pretty passionate, so forgive me that I don't want to offend. Because without faith, it's impossible to please God. And we know that there's nothing impossible for God. So why is that statement true, right? Because faith is true belief, being fully convinced within yourself. And every person that's religious are fully convinced within themselves that they're the ones that's right. But that takes me back to what we started talking about when I first got on here. Literally, if we know not love, we know not God. If we know not love, we know not this spiritual thing that everybody's proclaiming that they're chasing after. A lot of times, do y'all know that a lot of times people go into religion just so that they can be an enemy to somebody else? Because they feel like that's going to help them somehow to be more powerful. It's the reason why when Yahshua showed up back then, they felt like he was the enemy. He was this heretic. He was this person that came to offend everything that they knew. No, he came to break the chains. I think it's Galatians 5, and y'all can read it and let me know, right? But Galatians 5, Paul is really giving this understanding that if you trying to fulfill the whole law, then Christ, the mind, is of no effect to you. The Christ mind is of no effect to you. If you want to see it as the figure of Yahshua, then Jesus, Yahshua, is of no effect to you if you're trying to live out a whole law. Why? Because it's of the heart that we must live. Right, Joe, right. Do you prefer me to call you Yusuf or Joe? Because I want to call you by the name that you prefer. Teams. And then, Joe, we begin to break it down into smaller divisions. I think I told somebody, I've said this before, there are over 45,000 different denominations just under the Christian sect alone. That's not even including other religions. We keep breaking off into different denominations and all this other stuff because everybody's trying to find the answer to their questions. And the only answer that should matter, and I'm not trying to tell you what you should believe, but I'm giving you what God gave me. And I'm talking in general right now to everybody who's listening. Love is law. On these things do all the prophets and everything sit. And if at any time love is not what governs you inside, then you become just like everybody else who's trying to figure out how to be defensive, as opposed to helping to find this truth that will set every captive free. I figured that, Joe. And that's definitely the foundation of who I am. Because I found that whether I use the title or don't use the title, if my heart is not in it, it didn't. We good. We here. So this is my message to all of the world. For everybody who gets on this platform, I'm not going to speak about anything other. Now you may show up and I may, be creative, and I'm talking about my books, or I'm talking about, new music, new creative ideas, or whatever the case might be. But in all of that, I'm being the fullness of who I am, the allness of who I am, but I cannot abandon the heart behind it. If the heart behind what I'm doing, blessings to you. If the heart behind what I'm doing, I don't care what it is laced with venom, is laced with, oh no, they better recognize who I am, then I missed it. I missed the point. Now, would it be great if people recognized? So is your name Jorge? Or is it Jorge, or is it George? Is it George's? Is it Jorge? What's your name exactly? Because I want to say. Blessings, Prophet Jayana. Blessings, Nadia. It's George. So, oh great I am. We lift up George to you in this moment in time. We call on everything that is spirit and truth. And we ask that you bring clarity to the situation concerning him and his loved one. I ask that you bring clarity to the situation concerning the heart matters. And that whatever this truth may be, that Judge is strong enough to be able to allow love to govern. And Judge, and this goes for you, George, and anyone else who's having relationship issues right now or relationship circumstances. I said something a few minutes ago. Thank you for sharing, Nadia. Thank y'all for sharing the live. I appreciate it so much. For those of you who have reposted, thank you so much. You don't want to return anything back to someone else. You don't want to return anything negative back to another person ever. The principles are the principles, right? And I totally understand where you're coming from. Believe it or not, there's the promises that come along with relationships, the covenants that we make, you know, the things that we say. I promise I'm gonna always be there. I promise that we're gonna always be in love. This is what I want, you know, all of the things. And I have to be honest with you and tell you that most of the time, people mean it when they say it at the beginning. When we gather and we form this bond with people, and we're like, man, this is it, and life is going to be wonderful. And we make covenants, we make promises. But the one thing that I've learned on this love walk journey, number one, again, is that love allows. Love doesn't hold anybody hostage. Love does not make them stay, because anything that's forced ain't real. And so when a person feels as if they don't have the same capacity that they did at one time or another, then we have to be able to honor their decision. I'm talking to you without. I'm gonna talk to you without crying, George. I am. I'm a G. I'm gonna hold tight today. But you have those, and I believe people really mean it. Thank you so much for joining my fan club. Thank you for the heart me, the daily heart me, Nadia. Thank you. I believe people mean it. I believe that wherever a person is at that time, especially when the rapport is good and we good together and all that, I believe it. Thank you so much, Lakeisha. I love you, sis. So I learned how to honor what was. Okay, thank you so much, Yusuf. Thank you so much for joining and for following tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. I respect it for what it was. And then I asked God to help me to heal based on what's happening now. Because if I try to hold anybody in a capacity that they cannot breathe, and this is how God gave it to me, I wrote it in Love as the Master Healer. It's one of my books over there. If I try to take anybody to a place that they can't go, they won't be able to breathe there. They won't survive. So my love for them has to be greater than the pain that I'm feeling from the decision. And yeah, the memories, for the first part of, oh God, help me today. I gotta share this today. Ooh. George, I think you set me up. I think you came here to set me up today. Like, I gotta share some things that I was not gonna share just yet. Judge, my life in this season had to start over from ground zero. I am not just in the middle of a separation anymore. I literally got the message last month that like I'm about to go through a whole nother divorce. God help me to make it through this. Oh, you okay? You okay? You don't have to apologize. I'm clowning about that, about you starting me, but God knows, God knows. All right, so I had to process through a couple of things. One, this was so unsuspecting because I know that my husband loves me. All right, has loved me since I was 9 years old, um, and I had to process through that. I had to process through it because he's not just my husband on paper, but he's been my friend my whole life. And because I have genuine, sincere love for him, I had to sit with everything that's transpired over the past few years, everything that has happened over his lifetime, everything that I may have been to him, everything that he tried to be to me. And know your human self, my carnal self, didn't want to have to sort through it and process it from love's perspective. No, I wanted to be mad. I wanted to be angry. I wanted to say everything that I needed to say. And I said some things. I definitely expressed my emotions. And y'all, I'm not crying right now because I haven't already processed through most of it because I've been already processing since the end of January or probably before that. That I knew it, I felt it, I knew that things were changing because of where I'm going in my life. And I can't drag anybody to that space that doesn't feel like they are qualified or capable of holding me there. And that just wasn't with my marriage. That was with everything, every person in my life. I had to go through the motions of healing it and tell myself that this don't mean that I'm not lovable. Doesn't mean that I'm not worth having. Doesn't mean that I don't offer something great to people's lives. I had to sort through all of it while at the same time trying to figure out how to still stand and be in my call, in my assignment. You can. You can do it. And I'm going to tell you how. You're going to do it because you're going to not just look at the pain in your own heart. And I'm not trying to say that to be funny at all or be insensitive. But I had to literally decide, are you going to walk in love, Shalonda, or are you going to place the blame game on everything and everybody? You know, they should know by now. They should understand. Why are they not more discerning? Why does everybody say that? You know, all the stuff. I went through everything inside my heart, everything. But I wasn't born just for him. And whatever I offered to his life, I pray that it is everything he needed at the time. Whatever it is that is happening with you and your wife at this moment, as hard as it may be to understand, your life is not over. You're just starting a new chapter. And yes, the pain is going to be there. But unless we are transformed by the renewing of our mind, unless we choose to heal our heart in every single moment, then we don't make space for the fullness of what it is that God has intended for us. And it is not easy to hear, and it is not easy to think about the road ahead. It's a time to check thyself. Oh man, I understand it. Absolutely, prophet. Most of the time, love is letting go. And y'all know when I'm talking about love, I'm not talking about the emotion of love. I'm talking about God itself. That's why God is no respecter of persons. That's why God is with every single step of the journey. God doesn't leave nor forsake. Because love is never absent. Love is the fullness thereof. Love gives grace because love understands that we're going through different stages of life, and everybody's not going to be at the same level of maturity at any given time. But love also sets the captive free. It doesn't hold hostage. If I love you, I'm not going to hold you hostage. So sometimes females or people in relationships, they may say, well, what is it? And the person will say, it's not you, it's me. And we just assume that they're trying to be funny, or they're trying to, what's the word? They just making excuses. But no, the truth is they're trying to tell you the truth. It's not you, it's personal. It's me. I can't be everything you need. I don't have the capacity to stay, because if I stay, then I'm going to lose my mind. You're going to lose your mind because you're going to think that I'm mistreating you. And it's going to be nothing but war and chaos. So as much as I may have wanted to, yeah, George, you got my nieces and my prophets, my team, and the people I love on here. So they may be praying for you and even sending you some good vibes, okay? I have to take the meat and leave everything else. He gave me love. He tended to my needs. He tried his best to fit into a world where he tried. I won't take that from him. I won't take that from him. One of the reasons I won't take it from him is because I know that what I carry is very heavy. It's big because I'm called to a global message. So he may not have the capacity to walk into that space. And it wouldn't be loving of me to try to drag him to that space. I'm not going to any longer make any excuses for who I am, what I need. I'm not going to continue to allow people to give me half and expect me to be good with it. I can't do that anymore in this season. So it's best for me to understand what love really means. And that means that either I'm going to take this gallon size love and be okay with a pint size, and we're going to ride it out together. I can rock with anybody who's willing, but I can't make excuses anymore for who I am and where I must go. So with that being said, well, Apostle, are you sure I'm done? When the message came through, I was done. Because now I won't be able to trust my heart in those hands again, not because he didn't love me, not because he didn't really mean it, but because I've been shattered in a time where I needed it the most, where I needed the strength the most. So now I don't have no grudges. We believe me or not, I am friends with pretty much everybody I've ever dealt with in my life, romantically or otherwise, because my love doesn't change. But it would not be love if I tried to make him stay. Do I hate that the message took so long to come? Yeah, because I kept asking, but I understand it. And what I know more than anything is that God has made room for me to have what it is that I've sown for. No blame game. So, George, I know I said a lot to say this, and I'm sorry about your hurting because I understand it. You can do anything that you need to do, believe it or not. It just hurts right now. And there's no telling whether or not this is the final answer, you know. But if we do not let people go, if we do not allow people to have their own encounter with life and with God, we literally cause more damage than we cause good. Thank you so much, admin, for following. I appreciate that so much. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all daily heart me up top. Tap, tap, tap that screen. 77 is the number that's up there right now. So believe it or not, we're talking about completions. But 7 and 7 equals 14, and 1 plus 4 equals 5, which means there's grace in this completion. There's grace in the completions. There's grace in the completions. There's grace in the completions. I know we don't want to hear it all the time. I know we don't want to let go. You don't need to remove it from your heart, but I have a book over on Amazon called It's All Strategic. For those of you who shop there, please go grab it, because it talks to us about the strategicness of life and how we use life's poo, right? The manure. Manure has nutrients in it. Once it's worked real good. So even the thing that stinks can be the thing that helps us to grow. Even the pain that we have gotten from different people in our life, and we want to make it to where, you know, Asteria, my girl. Peace and many blessings, sweetheart. But love does not hold hostage. So George, I feel you. I love you. I feel you. I do feel, you know, it is very difficult to be able to say that, hey, this person wants divorce, this person wants to leave, and you know, I want to do this, that, and the other. We can't make anybody do anything. I owe no man nothing but to love them, and love allows. Love checks itself, right? Because we can put the blame on everybody else for different things, but no, love goes within. It checks the heart first. It forgives, it releases. But then it understands that, hey, maybe this is just because there's a place that I'm expanding into, and this person may not be able to go with me. But your life is not over, George. Your life is not over. Thank y'all so much for helping me to fulfill these goals. I appreciate y'all so much. For those of y'all who understand, again, I'm freely giving and pouring out. So I do invite you to go check out any links that's in the bio. If you're over on YT on the Love Walk Outreach Global page, then every link that you need is in there. You can go, you can get the books, you can get the audios, you can book your spiritual insight session. Yes, I do prophetic sessions. If I need to use a tool, I'll use a tool. Then, but more than likely, I'm going to use the inspiration and the insight of just directly from the throne. You feel like it's over? Well, let's hold y'all. Everybody who's here right now, let's hold George in our heart right now. I don't. He let us know that there is a relationship situation with him that is hurting. That feels like he's not going to be able to go on and make it, but we know that that's not true, right? Everybody here who does love, I need y'all to send all the love y'all can his way. Yeah, send all the love that you can. Send George's way. Your life is not over. It's beginning. Your life is not over. It's beginning. Yes, Asteria, greater alignment is coming. I told y'all I have friends all over the place, people that I absolutely love, different practices. Everybody's not on this living in the same practice, but love is always going to win in this space. So I pray that y'all can send out all the love you can. And that's the reason why you gonna make it, because you are so young. Life is not finished. Life is not finished. You're at the beginning. I'm gonna tell you, I told y'all earlier, I'm a whole water sign. I'm a Cancer. So everything, y'all, it hits my heart and it remains. I remember people who hurt me. I remember the experiences, but I just choose not to allow them to define me, because there's so much greater to come. There's so much greater to come. You have just begun. When will you be 28? When will you be 28? Everybody who needed to take that, take it. There's so much more to come. And if we put everything that we are into one situation, into one relationship, one circumstance, then we are not fully seeing everything that God is and everything that God has created us to be or manifested us to be. November 21st? For those of y'all who do not believe that God speaks in many different ways, let me say this. Well, Lebanon, welcome in. George, thank you for popping up. This international thing is pretty dope. So my bonus my bonus father's birthday is 11/21. He passed in 2016. 10 years. It'll be this year. So you showing up on here today is not by accident, and I pray that you I felt that peck on the cheek from love just now, just with your date. But let me say this to you, George. God is going to make a way of escape for you. You're going to have an opportunity. You're going to have an opportunity to be free from many things, from captivity, from war, from heartbreak. You're going to have the opportunity to have a new life. When that opportunity comes, recognize it for what it is. Your new beginning, your freedom, it's all up to you. You don't have to live a sad life. Aisha Boo, Prophet, what's happening? Y'all, I'm sorry. I feel overwhelmed for the moment. Y'all know how I am about synchronicities. Hi from Brazil. Blessings to you. Can I help you do what? Can I help you speak English? Probably not. But if there's anybody on here who can help with English, definitely reach out if you can. I understand. I understand that everything in your life, what it looks like right now, what it feels like right now. And believe it or not, you are doing something for the people that are on here today, those who feel like their situations are totally awful. Yeah. You're shedding light that there's things that could definitely be worse. But there is nothing impossible. Dallas, Texas. Thank y'all for jumping in here. Y'all, oh, blessings to everybody who popping in. Yeah. Who's on here praying right now for George? Y'all let George know that y'all are praying, that y'all sending nothing but love and light. Sometimes there are no words that can fix your situation, but I'm telling you that God is going to provide a way of escape. So when that time comes, make sure that you take that way of escape. There's a liberty that can be yours, but it has to start in here first. And so allow your heart to heal from everything that is happening. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't feel anything. It doesn't mean that the divorce, the pain is not going to hurt. It doesn't mean it's not going to hurt. Doesn't mean that there will not be any opposition, because there always will be some type of opposition until the hearts of the whole world heals. But the decision to step out, the decision to take the way of escape when it is presented. I don't know if you are considering school or education in the Americas or in another place where you can be free, but there's an opportunity coming, and I pray that you're able to take it and receive it. But please do not think that your life is over, because it's not. Blessings, Brazil, Brazil in the building. Sue, I'm gonna tell you this as far as your ex is concerned. I in no way can tell you how you should or should not handle that. But what I will say to you is, until your entire heart is mended, until you're in the army of Lebanon, doesn't mean liberty can't come. I'm gonna leave that there though, George. Peace, unity, that's the order of this hour. And anybody who doesn't come in agreement with that, but no, I can't tell you whether to go back or not. But what I will say, Sue, is if you believe that you should be with somebody, if your heart is not healed and their heart is not healed, then give it a minute. All right. And then you can go from there. Well, if they love you and if you love them, then again, love from your perspective, night, love from your perspective, love, period, again, allows. So, like I said earlier, yep, I'm about to go through my second divorce. However, my life ain't over, and I don't hate him, and I don't wish anything other than the best for him. I've asked questions over and over again, like, do you believe that you want something different in life? Blessings to you. I've asked the question, so I know that there just may be a different life that he needs to live for himself, and that's okay. I cannot be mad about it. I definitely was mad about it. I definitely had my emotions about it. I definitely did my yelling, my screaming about it. You know what I mean? But love allows, because it's not faith other than that. 111 up top. For those of you who believe in financial seed and you're going to give one, 111 is a good number. 77 is a good number. 44 is a good number today. And the 222. All the links are available, books and all that. But I can't hold him hostage, because love doesn't. Love does not put people in bondage and then say, you got to stay because you love me. No. Love liberates. I understand, George. I can't even begin to tell you how many tears I've cried. How many nights I felt embarrassed. Oh my God, girl, you're gonna go through another divorce. Ain't this the second one? Maybe it's just all you. And maybe it may hey, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe my capacity or what I carry is too much for many. My complexities are too much for many. I hold space for other people. So whoever is meant to hold my capacity, it's because they understand the fullness of my dynamics. They understand the full call of God on my life. They understand where I have to go and what I have to do. But baby, I'm all mushy in here. So it has to be somebody who can handle it. And for the season, he handled me with the most care. He never mistreated me. So this is not about whether or not. I just know that it needed to happen. And as much as that may have hurt at a time, I can't say, God, I want your will for my life and not accept the people who got to go sometimes, no matter who it is. And I mean that when I say no matter who it is, family, friends, or foes. Everything has its season. And if I love him, if I love them, then love allows. Absolutely, Yasmin. Just so you say the KJV hit harder than that. It definitely can. Love fights, love stays, love no, love allows whatever it needs for that particular season of life. Yeah. But that's also, it goes right back. Am I a preacher? Maybe sometimes. Yeah, I am what I am. I am affirmed as an apostle, pronounced as a prophet. I am a spiritual leader, and I do preach. I do preach. I do motivational speak. I do all the stuff. However God wants to speak through me, that's how I'm gonna give it out. But this is a love walk place. That means anybody is welcome here. Anybody. Oh, well, definitely give me all the love in your heart you can muster up right now. Because I was talking to George, and George is going through a relationship situation, and God allowed me to expose my business on here today, which it happens. 117 up here on our hearts, and my birthday is 7/11. So that's backwards, y'all. Thank y'all for giving me love. But George was talking about his relationship, and I had to share that I am also going through a divorce right now. Well, it has been spoken, and that's what's happening. You good, George? We good. God don't do nothing by mistake. You hear me? Yeah, no difference between people. We are one. God is but one. All the differences come because we're trying to understand ourselves, and we're trying to understand life, and we're trying to understand people. That's where we get religions from, and politics from, and cultural stuff. That's where we get all of the division stuff from, because we all just trying to understand ourselves. And instead of us just understanding that I'm different than them and they're different than me, and they have to practice this because it makes sense to them, and this, you know what I mean? Instead of us seeing through the eyes of love, we see through the eyes of division, and I just don't. I feel it too. I feel it too, Prophet. I feel it too. So that's what's happening. George was in marriage. In marriage. Any advice for marriage? And we're talking about that right now. Number one, love does not hold hostage. Love does not demand another person to be everything they need or everything they want. You come into love, you come into marriage, and you say, hey, this is what it is that I have. This is what this is my strength in the situation. They bring their strength in the situation, and we do our best to make sure that we walk together as one. That means I'm gonna have to lose some pieces of myself, not lose my whole self, But it does mean that I'm going to have to come to grips with my own stuff. I got to check my heart first. I can't expect them to be perfect, but I'm never willing to do no work. You should not ever have to lose your whole self in a relationship, marriage or otherwise. But love does submit to one another. Love says that, hey, this right here, we got to compromise on this. Based on the tradition of the religion that you're a part of, if you are Christian, more than likely, a lot of people have the patriarchal dominant male thing going on. But when you go and you read what Christ Joshua was saying, then you understand that love is not about who lords over the other individual. So never try to lord over anybody else. Never try to make it seem like I'm above you and all that. We don't do that. Not in love. Love just surrenders and submits to the thing that, needs to happen in that time. And if we are boastful, if we are prideful, if we think that we are better than another person, then it's not going to ever work. But if love is really truly the center of everything, so I want to, I don't want to mess your name up. I don't want to mess your name up. What can I call you so that I don't mess up your name? Obeda, 88. So as far as me, all right. So I can only share with you what I gained in my walk. Okay. God is love, love is God, and love is all. Right? So love is not just an emotion for me. Love is God itself. You so welcome. And I love you back, George. Thank you for jumping on here with us. And again, we holding you in our heart now. I don't think that I'm gonna forget. As a matter of fact, George, you and your you George are gonna be on my prayer list this week if that's okay. And anybody else who wants to take that on, just put George's name on your list. The relationship, that all things will work out according to what it needs to work out according to. Nothing is forced. Rebecca. What? Oh, Father God. Okay, George. All right, George is confused right now, so let me please go ahead and explain this real quick. No, George, you good. You good. All right. Oh, Father. So, George, your birthday is November 21st. That is my bonus father's birthday. Again, he passed away in 2026. It is now, 2016. It is now 2026. It's been almost 10. It's been almost 10 years. Your name is George, first of all. So, by the way, that's my uncle's name. He passed away in 2001. And as a matter of fact, his granddaughter is on here right now. And then you said Rebecca. Rebecca is my sister. Don't apologize. Don't apologize, George. You are literally love incarnate for me today. I don't take it offensively. I take it as pecks on the cheek from God. But I wasn't the only one who caught that. I think as soon as you said Rebecca, everybody who understands that was kind of like, whoa, for me. Hey, okay, y'all. I'm gathering myself, y'all. Y'all tap that screen in the meantime, in between time for your girl. It's okay. We good. We good, y'all. We good. I don't feel offended. I don't feel offended, y'all. When stuff like that happens, I just know that love is embracing me. Love is saying, "You good." Erica, where you at? Did I see you pop up on here? Yeah, I did. So for those of y'all who don't know me very well, I'm very, very transparent. That means that, listen, if I'm gonna cry, if I'm gonna scream, if I'm gonna go through the motions, we're gonna do it together because I believe that I am not above you, I am not beneath you, but we are one. And so I'm transparent for reasons. God shows up for me just like he shows up for everybody else here. So George, you got much love and light coming your way. Um, and we will be lifting you and Rebecca up. Whatever it is that is intended for your life, whatever it is that's intended for your unfolding, it is going to happen. The only thing that we can pray is that love is always at the center of all things. And we don't hold people hostage. We allow everybody to have their process of growth. Um, and we give grace where grace is needed. But anytime we hold anything hostage, it's not love. Thank you so much, Yasmin, for following. Anytime we hold anything hostage, it's not love. Thank you, George, for following. Thank y'all for your likes, your love, the follows. Thank y'all so much. Here's what I hear prophetically for the moment. Let me say this before it gets away from me. There are many of you who are listening to me live today, and you are going through similar situations. Either your relationship is in question, or you have already made a decision that you are ready to walk away yourself. There are some people in Georgia's situation. Excuse me, in Georgia's situation, there is this question about the marriage. Um, I will try to be every time I'm on here. Hopefully, you will pop in. Um, it's 4 a.m. there. Well, thank you for sharing your early morning with us. Thank you. Thank you. Lebanon. It's 4 a.m. in Lebanon. Um, but George is going through, his spouse is uncertain right now, so we're praying for that. But there are also some of you who are the spouse who's saying, I really love this person, but I feel like I'm going to do them more harm than good if I stay. So for that person, for the person who's feeling that way, for the person who's questioning whether or not they should stay in their relationship, it's the longest night of your life. We here for you. You just hang tight. Just feel all the love and the embraces coming from us, George. I wish that I could tell you that everything is going to be different tomorrow, but I can't. The only thing that I can say is remember that love allows. Love allows the process. Love allows the process. So there's somebody listening and you are questioning your relationship right now. You're saying, hey, I don't think that I will do this person good if I stay. Right? I don't think that I'll do this person good if I stay. And you are contemplating whether or not you need to make an exit. Hear me and hear me well. If you make a decision, if you click the heart me up top, and then if you go down, it should be a way for you to click on the notification setting so you can get alerts every time I'm on. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that. It's all love. But for the one who's contemplating this relationship thing, again, remember that love allows. And so if you continue to be in a situation with the person and you know that your heart is not fit, in other words, let me go back to why I'm okay with the divorce. I'm okay with the divorce because I know if I re-enter the situation, I'm not going to have the same trust that I had before. So because that is the truth of my matter, I'm gonna be on my head gonna be on the swivel all the time. I'm gonna be trying to figure out whether my heart is safe or not. And I won't enter back into a relationship where I feel like my heart is not safe, not because I'm perfect, not because I haven't forgiven him, not because I haven't, um, really contemplated some of these things, but because I understand that if I enter back into the situation, I'm not going to be the same safe place that I was before for him, because my heart is always going to be checking for whether or not you got me or not. So you have to know thyself. I'm better as his friend now. I'm better as his friend. I'm better as his friend. And I want what's for me. I want to be in the relationship that I felt like I'm held. And I don't have to worry about being dropped and shattered. It has to be. And so me and all of my complexities, me and all of my randomness, me and this whole global international message, me and every book that I write, me and every song that I produce, everything about me, I deserve to have that held, you know? So I love him enough to let him go. And maybe that's the same reason why he let me go. Maybe he let me go because he cared. And he knows that he doesn't want to, who knows? But I'm okay. And God done showed up on here in so many different ways today to embrace me, to let me know that it's good. So you may have to let some things go, yes. And if you're on the other side of somebody letting you go and you don't know how to handle that, please hear me when I tell you, if you stay and remain in a situation where somebody feels forced to be with you, it is going to feel way worse. But the love was not for nothing. The relationship was not for nothing. The relationship was because there was something you needed from them and it was something they needed from you. Love is with us in every part of our journey. And the hard part about that sometimes is that we are the one with the greater capacity of love in that moment. So we give and 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 we give. And so when that person can't give back the same amount of love that you give, or the same capacity of love that you give, sometimes it hurts because we want to get that same love. We want reciprocity from that same individual. And sometimes and don't forget the fact that sometimes we literally are living our own karmic lesson too, right? Because what we sow, we have to reap. Some of the relationships, we just kind of reap it. Got to grow up through it. We got to choose whether we're going to still be the same person through it. But nothing's lost. You will go within first. You will heal everything that is broken on the inside of you. You will forgive her for what she can't be to you. And you will remember that your life is not over. You are at a new beginning. You're in a new place. And God is going to send you a way of escape, and you're going to take it. And you're going to come into a new life. But everything starts within. Everything starts within. Blessings to all of you who are jumping on in here. Can y'all please tap that screen? That's like applause on here, right? Tapping the screen, giving the hearts up. It's like an applause. Tap it as quick as you can. That way you see that little heart barometer go up. There are heart me's up there for y'all to grab your daily heart me's, please. That's that fan club type energy that says, hey, I like it in here. Hi, Chicken Nugget. Thank you, Erica, for reposting. Thank you for being present. Um, hmm. You like it? I got a few of them on. Listen, my team of beautiful ladies gave me this one. Name is Nadia, Taisha, Jayana. They all on here today, and there's a few other ladies. They gave me this, and this, of course, is my chakra stone. Yes, I believe in all that. I believe that God speaks in many ways, and I am not shy to say so. I'm free to say so. But thank you, Miras. Thank y'all. Thank everybody who's followed. Thank you, everybody who shared. Thank you for everybody who's tapping that screen. Thank you for everybody who got their heart me. Thank you to everybody who's helping us reach these goals up here, gift goals. Thank you. Just thank you for being present. And thank you for receiving all the love that I tried my best to pour out. Yes, I was definitely hurting super bad when I got on here. And then George gonna come up in here and share what's going on in his life. And your girl had to finally tell the whole world she's literally starting from ground zero again. But I'm okay because I know that what's for me is really for me. And I want only what's best for him. Make room, make room. Hey, for those of y'all who won't be here for a little hot second, I want to share. If you have not gone over to Shawati, over to the Inspirational Treasure page, then you may not have heard my new song. And I want you to hear my song. It is my first AI produced song. Yes, I produced the song on AI because it helps me to be able to give full voice to who I am and what it is that I do. All right, so I'm gonna share it with y'all. Oh, thank you. And thank you, Chicken Nugget, for following. I appreciate y'all. Inspired. You like the song? You can't see it. I understand. I do understand. I do understand. But I think I want what's for me more than I want to try to make somebody fit that mold. And it's not that it doesn't hurt or that I don't feel fragmented every time I get promises and they're broken. But I don't think I look at it like that anymore. I think we've all broken a promise here or there. We all meant something at the time, and then life changed and things shifted. So the love that I have is greater than the pain that I want to hold on to and keep. Nah, I really just prefer. Man, I want to be loved the way I'm meant to be loved. You know what I mean? I want reciprocity, and I don't think that can be forced. I think it has to be absolutely 100% real. And so if I do anything like try to make somebody stay when they really want to go, no, I don't want obligated love. I don't want obligated love. So yeah, I'm about to play All of Me for y'all. This is my creation. Can I tell y'all, when I finally got comfortable enough to use a lot of AI products, it was because, and I didn't want it not to be my stuff. I didn't want it not to be genuinely me. Even as far as editing books and all that different stuff, I was like afraid at first. Oh, thank you. I didn't want it to not be me. But listen, I've been a published author for almost 20 years. I've been, singing my whole life. So anybody who knows, this is not me just using AI to do something for me, but I've used it to help enhance the things the creativity that I have. And I'm excited about it, y'all. I'm so excited about it. So I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna play the song. It's over on YT again. If you are not following me at Inspirational Treasure on YT, please do so. And that's the only place that I have the song at right now. Ha! She can sing without. Thank you, thank you. Um, so I can't. I do love to sing. So I do still sing without it. Like if I am speaking, if you book me to speak, if I'm an inspired person, so I would rather be in a place of where I can just spontaneously do that. And every now and again on here, I spontaneously do that. But I think this helps me to create all the music that I want. It definitely does stuff with my voice that I'm not doing in this season. So just tap in. Hopefully you like it, you enjoy it. If it's not your thing, that's cool. But I would love to share it with y'all right now. So while it's playing, if you love it, make sure you tap in that screen, and sending the gifts and all those wonderful things. All right, y'all ready? Let me know if y'all can hear it. Thank you, Judge, for stopping by. I let go of my captivity. All that. Yeah. Forgive all of you, all of me. I know that's right. Yeah. Fan club energy. Thanks, Erica. Tap if you love it. I like it. I'm gonna keep letting my background play. This is You Are Light by Chandra Siba over on YT. So if you like this vibe, literally everything else, indeed, indeed. So listen, I told y'all God is love, love is all. We are literally just the expressions of the great, unique expressions of the great I am, and I have chosen in this hour to be all of that. And that y'all blushing. Oh, I'm blushing. I feel it. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, this International Father Day is really doing it for me. Just so you know, I'm grateful. I think we done had Lebanon show up on here. We done had Brazil show up on here. Of course, we got some Texas. We got some Georgia popping through my hometown. Let's see, Port Savannah's in the building. Um, my nieces, like literally my team, those people who love me much. Thank y'all for being here today. I appreciate it. I popped out. I popped back out, y'all. And of course, I'll probably be live throughout the week. If you are not a part of Treasures Arc of Love, please look in that description. I think it's a bit.ly / Treasures Arc of Love. And if you want to join me there, please do. Literally, we are going to be in there more often. On Wednesdays, we're starting back some of the prophetic classes. For those of you who know you are spiritually gifted, now I'm talking to, and I'm talking about all of you. All right, we're talking about becoming all of ourselves. I'm about to do these the prophetic activation classes. What do I do? I am, gosh, I do a lot of things. But I am called the inspirational treasure. Underneath that is the apostle, the prophet, the life coach, the friend, the sister, the spiritual mom, all of those things. I am a spiritualistic coach, and it's a word that I need where I'm helping people become spiritually liberated by working with their soul, healing their soul. That means my mind must change, my heart must be healed, because transformation doesn't come without renewing the mind. I am a prophet, so spiritual insight, I'm here for it at all times. Uh, 100 days on my fan club, Erica. Um, it's holistic liberation and love. Love is it. Love is it. Like there's absolutely nothing else that exists. Love is just growing in each and every one of us. It's a journey. It's a process. I can't expect somebody who is in seed form to fully understand who they are. Right. So if I'm coaching you, if I'm spiritually connected to you, then I'm going to meet you where you are. And then we're going to kind of walk through this thing. But you got to be willing. So if you do go and book you a spiritual insight session, if you book a coaching session, if you join me at Treasures Arc of Love, then you have got to be at the place where you're saying, you know what, I'm ready for this change. All right, I'm ready for this change. I'm not here to be above anybody or below anybody. I literally am just like you. We are all journeying through. Uh, y'all, I'm still hype. I'm sorry. I like the song. I like the song on my fan. But yes, that's what I do. I do a little bit of anything. I do speak on a regular basis, and I'm walking back into that space. This has been a season of starting over, ground zero. I remember God said to me, "Yes, you're at ground zero. Stand up, however, and look around." All right, be a fan of yourself. I could do that. No, I'll never be whoever that is because I'm all of me. Oh, thank you so much, News. Thank you. I received that compliment. I feel beautiful in this moment. Yeah, I feel beautiful in this moment. I feel the radiance that people say I have sometimes. I don't always identify or feel that way. But right now I feel free. I feel free. Oh, you better channel the Reverend Aiken up in this place. You hear me? Listen. George done came through and got the same day as my same birthday as my bonus dad, and you just brought Reverend Akins to the room. Thank you. Can I speak through the signs that God gives us? So let me say it like this. I only speak what I'm inspired to speak. So if God gives me a sign, absolutely. I'm into synchronicities. I really believe that God is just everything. God is love and love is all. So if there's something that comes in sequence, yes, numbers, stones, all the stuff. I believe God works through whatever, whenever, however, because we all speak different languages. We all have different preferences. We all see life through different lenses. And all of me is okay with all of it. I don't feel like I can give God glory otherwise. I don't feel like I can give God glory by being half of me. And I don't believe that I can give God glory by judging you for being all of you. In order to love my neighbor as myself, I must first be okay with the fact that I am who I am and offer all of her, right? Um, and then those who will, let them come. Those who are intended for me to coach, to help, to give wisdom to prophetically speak into their lives. I'm for it. I'm here for it. And whatever I need to interpret to do that, I will. I am a metaphysical teacher more so than anything else. I am very mystical. I do believe in the spiritual things being everything, and that we are just physically incarnated in order to carry that, but we are spirit first. And so because we are spirit first, I choose to worship God in spirit and truth. And that means that I need to be well equipped to be able to help anybody that I need to. So for those of you who are here, um, and you just need a message of encouragement in this moment, because I feel people pulling at me. I feel people pulling at me prophetically right now. Uh, I'm starting to get pain across here, getting headache, kind of slight headache, tension headache across here. It's formulating in this area right here. If that is you, if you are feeling tense, if you are feeling stressed, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling like there is too much confusion going on and you got too many things to figure out, right? There may be somebody listening to me, and I think I was alluding to this earlier. Somebody going through relationship dynamics and you're confused. You ain't really confused. You're not confused. You're not confused about what you really want to do. You're confused about whether or not you should do it and if it's going to be for the benefit. Is this what God wants me to do? That's all the confusion. But you know what you want and what you don't. You know, um, if you're just in a moment of I'm in my feelings, right? I'm in my feelings. I don't like them right now. That's where you are. But you also know if the time is up. And this is not going to be good for every religious person on here. Do you hear me? You're going to be like, you ain't supposed to tell people to be their relationships. I'm not. I'm saying that That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying that all the tension and the stress that you are holding in your body right now, the word body joint, but all the tension and stress that you're holding in your body right now, all the stress that you have going across here, all of that is because you are battling with the truth of what you know. But I'm gonna tell you, like I told my loved one. When I got on here, I said that I was talking to my loved one today, and we were having a conversation about this love waxing cold thing and all of that, and I talked about that. But I also will tell you, like I told a loved one, like make room. Make room. You said you want something from God, and I'm talking to the person who's supposed to be making room now. I don't need all of y'all going up there to the courthouse trying to sign papers and getting divorce papers and all that. That is not what I'm saying. Let me make sure I make myself clear. Some of y'all are not, y'all don't have papers. If you are in a marriage and don't go making random decisions, okay, based on your emotions. But there are those who know this is not for me in this next season. I need to release it. When you start releasing anything that is not supposed to go with you to this next season, you'll begin to feel the tension lift. But because it's in this area right here, got your third eye action, your vision is blocked. Your vision is blocked because you're trying to hold things in place that really need to be released. I don't see y'all tapping that screen no more. I know you might not want to hear what I have to say. I believe also in energies. It's like an exchange without having to speak. Absolutely. Absolutely, Yasmin, because we are one. Some things you don't have to say. Some things you don't have to say. And it's best to only say something when it's necessary. So for those of you who know you're supposed to be making room in your life right now, let me also say this is not just about romantic relationships. For some of y'all, this is actually this is friendships. This is parent-child dynamics. This is business. Some of y'all are having to let go of your positions at jobs because God told y'all, hey, I need you to go ahead and expand and do this. So you are having to make decisions based on what's going on inside of you, and the battle, the pain, the energy that's surrounding you, the headaches, all of that. It's because of what you will not release. Don't know who that is for, but you can tap the screen or put ouch in the comments just simply because you know it's for you. So I want y'all to help me get to 222, so 22.2K. Let's see if we can do that. I think I'm gonna share another song with y'all that I did, and I don't know why I want to share it. And I haven't shared this with many people. I can count on one hand how many people have heard it, and I have not released it yet. And it will not be released until I am ready to release it. But while it is playing, tap that screen and help me get to this 222K. Can we do that? And I'm glad I'm doing this live, but I'm not releasing it yet. So nope, you won't be able to find it anywhere just yet until I choose. It's different. It's a different genre. But I want you to listen to the words. All right? Words. Hope it's not too loud. Tap, 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 y'all. Y'all feeling it? Now this all good. Yeah. I need. Yes. Mm-hmm. I see the numbers climbing. Keep having y'all. About what I can't play the whole thing.